Yegina yenim say enye is a sober case against company bit bank, more especially if the bank is an international bank. Name businessman be a Ghana your friend Daniel Ofori. I win a case against Ecobank. Ama court ashe say Ecobank for entua sika twitwiri die enfama businessman Daniel Ofori. News yi ba monti nipa bebre e ka omo de ebi mu say court ashe say Ecobank for entua $2.9 billion, which is 29 billion Ghana cedis. Enfama businessman Daniel Ofori. That news we nyina enye no kre. I'm here to give you the full gist. This is Zach for Life, cut to short, Zach for you. Must subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm clicking on all notifications. Say that I be posting video one Sabeka. On May 2008, businessman Daniel Ofori Ofri Ghana Hanum say no shares of 14,130,000 Ghana cedis our car bank and actually say opposite autumn. So on 27th May 2008, Onya buyer, which was a private individual, and an Nigerian was a person shares of 14,130,000 Ghana cedis no. On that same day, which was the 27th of May 2008, businessman Daniel Ofori Emma AUSU Data Bank Brokerage Limited as a stockbroker. Emma almost send a shares of 14,130,000 no Edema private individual. On that same day, car bank for a private individual no edi share car bank shareholder register, which means say shares ni na aba be private individual edi. 3 days later, on May 30th 2008, which was the standard settlement date under the stock exchange rules. So call stock exchange there will be a friend standard settlement date. So obi transfer shares edi mawa 3 days later, ansana ubetu yeni panika. Until within that 3 days no, who akonya se obeka say oh, me shares ni bi unti yen san return ni pana de yema no. Say 3 days no so a, e was so make payment edi mani pano. Na mom payment na was so yema ni pani before 11 a.m. Until 3 days later on May 30th 2008, private individual order Ecobank, which is his bank, say omunye payment of that 14,130,000 Ghana cedis no. Enfama businessman Daniel Ofori. Enti omoye payment ni businessman Daniel Ofori eje part of the amount as a banker's draft. Banker's draft akwa bibi to say check. Enti sika no ya twe no on a paper ene ye de ama no se wa withdraw. Enti that ye obey okay anase that ye opese oba beji sika no. Ono nkasa betimi de document na krata na ba no abeji ni sika. And also betting the crowd and also move in any panaba bed. Abegis cana breno. Ena Oja 6.16 million Ghana cedis as a face deposit. Oh, Ecobank Konoma. Intimanwe aye the opeso yen and Free Bank no mako. On that same day, Ghana Commercial Bank for SND letter at the Kokoma around 1 p.m. At the Koma Data Bank for say, Enka almost suspended transaction and asset stock exchange no. Nemum letter Bre Data Bank, which is the stockbroker, at 5 p.m. That time near Tia Daniel Ofori ka awie our chesodi was splitting his Canibia bankers draft ADB to fixed deposit. Awie am free bank on echo. So there was no option other than say on the proceeding with the stock exchange. The Ecobank during the weekend, news is spreading all over the internet. By Monday morning, and Ecobank for a council businessman Daniel Ofori, the bankers draft ni na sikana o matwe wakata so se wayi aka se wodi krata ne beba no wa beji sikana as physical cash no. Omo cancel bankers draft no mu issue the man Daniel Ofori on the Friday, which was May 30th 2008. No more cancel ni na. On the 13th of June 2008, Bank of Ghana pay up with an investigations ni na. And who said the transaction was clean. Into a trial letter, Ecobank Data Bank for say the transaction was clean and they could proceed with the stock exchange. But 2 days before that day, which was 11th June 2008, the private individual now or no oil buyer no or trial letter Ecobank Bank, which is Ecobank for say, among cancel payments no among cancel loan or GA kind is can the fund the purchase of the shares no among cancel nina. Emma Ecobank for penny cancel loan no any payments are omo ye edema Mr. Daniel Ofori. So Mr. Ofori wanti asem na se nti omo ma ho kwan ema the Director General for Securities and Exchange Commission for eba be investigation. Now omo investigation ni we Director General na ruling say the stock exchange failed. Nti omo sa return shares na emfama businessman Daniel Ofori any the other people la omo do omo shares e kan de no ho a ebe same up to 14 million worth of shares no omo for ma de ensan komo with no money. Mr. Daniel Ofori antiase because of say no who say ruling no wasn't right into the case in Eco Court on 2011 now. High Court for etna asem no so omo ka asem ni wie no omo ka say the transaction failed for about 4 reasons. First reason say almost say payment after 11 a.m. no made the transaction and I say the stock exchange to fail. Second one say almost say payment the transaction which is the transferring of shares and the payment of the shares no on happen at the same day. Inti also Emma stock exchange no fail. Third one say almost say bankers draft na Ecobank for cancel no eno krompo amma scano ambeye the money wasn't legally in the name of Mr. Daniel Ofori because of say Ecobank for cancel bankers draft no inti eno so another reason inti Emma stock exchange no failure. Fourth one say almost say njimpo endi say shares ni na Mr. Daniel Ofori ne de another thing say Bank of Ghana intervention and I say the suspension letter now or send the comma data bank for them. And also frustrate transaction no. Into and also accounting na the stock exchange field. Into who are 7 edit here Mr. Daniel Ofori. Now on 2013, Mr. Daniel Ofori tenasia ne trimu anye ne trimu ye na wanti asem na se. Into asande na asem ekodan Court of Appeal for on 2013. Court of Appeal for so ebu asem edit here Mr. Daniel Ofori. Omoni High Court for Ecobank eka say that be the High Court eka eni nyina no edim and it was a right ruling. Enti Mr. Daniel Ofori onfa na asem enko. Na no na just recently Mr. Daniel Ofori esande na asem akwakodan Supreme Court which is the highest court in the land of Ghana. Now Supreme Court for etna asem no so no mu say kataso buabu aso anase kataso mu aso anase bukatabi ekoso in the ruling of the Mr. Daniel Ofori in the case no on 2011 and 2013 ni na asem no kodru Court of Appeal anim no. Na points are High Court for any Court of Appeal for mudigina so edibu asem no etia Mr. Daniel Ofori no na ni na enim. One, Supreme Court for eka say payment after 11 a.m. no amma stock exchange na faili. Na ade a ewomnie say payments no omoye na after 11 a.m. no eno no emma ho kwan say Mr. Daniel Ofori ebe decide whether say obe accept payments no and I say on accept payments no nana or time duration of 3 days so the best adwuma no but on that same day na after 11 a.m. Mr. Daniel Ofori accept payments no by telling Ecobank say on this basis can no mo fa bi enye bankers draft no mo fa bi so enye fixed deposit nti eno na mass stock exchange the unfairly. Secondly, Ghana hanum yeni infrastructure and I say yeni intelligence emma ho kwan say ye be transfer shares no at this on the same day ye payments no nti and also mass stock exchange na nyede unfairly. Another thing so say bankers draft now omo cancel no eno mass stock exchange na unfairly because of say na eno chima Ecobank for Ecobank for Bre ching the banker customer draft relationship because of say at the moment Mr. Daniel Ofori eka kire Ecobank for say on this basis scanner na scanner ba be legally or no Mr. Daniel Ofori ne de nti Ecobank for no money right bi say ombegina buyer no ne order so no omode ayeden a cancel payments na so omode cancel the bankers draft. Another thing say omu raise point say ebia na shares ni na enye Mr. Daniel Ofori de no enu ni nyina so aye ma stock exchange na ide afeli because of say illegal infrastructure data bank brokerage limited ejina mu egada other people ni na omo shares edeka Mr. Daniel Ofori the shares which was worth 13 million Ghana cedis no e na omo de buy den ebeton which was legal inti eno ma stock exchange na yede faili inti Supreme Court no e ka omo asem nyina wie na chese Mr. Daniel Ofori ne de de inti omo woda Ecobank for say omuntua 13,762,240 Ghana cedis enfama Mr. Daniel Ofori. That's the way Mr. Daniel Ofori ni sika and I say the shares are na owuni that 14 million worth of shares no emu. You know, on top of that, almost like Eka say ombetua Ecobank for 30% of the 6.16 million deposit, fixed deposit now Mr. Daniel Ofori on 2011 omuntia from that time till this time and from Mr. Daniel Ofori now omuntia interest on the remaining 7 million Ghana cedis now Mr. Daniel Ofori in the bankers draft no so omuntia enfama no and omusan order Ecobank for so omuntia 100,000 Ghana cedis of damages enfama Mr. Daniel Ofori for breaking the banker customer relationship and also omuntua enfama Mr. Daniel Ofori inti de no asemi na ko wi a kira say Mr. Daniel Ofori adunkunim asemi Mr. Daniel Ofori wodi a kira yie pa for more than decades inti ende ekoba ni say no na say Mr. Daniel Ofori nani age yie pa. Share your comments in the comment section. This is Zach for life, cut to short Zach for you. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on notification. Send me post video on Sabeka. And to subscribe.